Hello, hi, Debbie here. I've come to channel again today. I'm not too sure who's going to come through. I'm leaving it open and also leaving the subject open. Had an idea in my head, but decided no, I'm not going to go for that. I'm just going to see what happens. So bear with me. Close your eyes also if you wish to tune in and see if this message is for you. It will take me just one moment. Bear with me. You will ask for a name, so we give the name Zeelandra. Zeelandra, I am from a galaxy far beyond where science has yet to explore. It is a place of wonderment, although in times we have had a difficult time. We have had times like what is happening on your earth at this present time. And it was very difficult for us all. But that was before we raised our consciousness. And when we got the stage where we rose in consciousness, we started to see and realize that all we had seen outside of ourselves was actually a projection. We were in a deep sleep. We did not know the power we had in our own being. We handed our power over to other agencies, similar to what you have done with your governments. And we took our power back. Now, we did not fight to get this power back. We did not march on the streets to do this. We did not gang together into different groups. We instead went inside our own hearts. And we slept for quite some time inside our own hearts. And we realized that we were the ones who were projecting everything that we saw outside ourselves that we weren't happy with. We felt that at the time we wanted to give up. We have had enough. We worried about our younger versions that we were in the throes of bringing up, and we were worried about releasing them into the space where we lived. And then, after we went inside and we slept, we started to realize a lot of things that we didn't understand. We were busy before trying to protect all around us, trying to protect our homes, trying to protect what would be equal to your money, but it was a kind of more of a barter system. We were trying to protect, we were trying to accumulate. We were worried that things were going to go in a bad way and we would have to fend for ourselves. So we began to accumulate things, accumulate and think only for ourselves. But then there was something in the atmosphere which sent us into a bit of a daze where we started to slow down. We started to not have the energy to do the things that we wanted to do. And we went into, first of all, it was like a kind of a daydream. And then this daydream turned into a deep sleep. And in this deep sleep, we went inside of ourselves. First, we visited nightmares. We visited all the things that we didn't want to happen to ourselves. And then it was as if there was a higher version of ourselves assisting us in this sleep, because when we went into this slumber, we started to understand that we had given our power away. We started to understand that we were projecting a lot of the things that were outside of ourselves, that scared us, that we didn't like, that made us uncomfortable, that made us feel we were being pressed down, that we were being controlled. And in this sleep of 3 days, lots of things happened. We saw a lot of, like on a plasma screen, we saw a lot that helped us to understand what was happening and what had been happening up until this point. But it had come to a point where there was going to be a massive change. And for this massive change, this slumber was needed. If we had not, we would have tried to fight and we would have given our power away to yet just a different field, a different, more technological field. But luckily, in this slumber, we started to realize so much. So much was shown to us. And we saw that we were the powerful ones. We were shown almost a mirror. And it was a mirror not like you would have in your home. It was a mirror that reflected back who we were inside. And this filled us with much joy and much love. And we also were shown that we were very much connected in a way, and that a lot that was happening outside of ourselves, we had agreed at an earlier time in our existence to experience this, to help us to grow. After we woke from that slumber, so many things had changed. We found our seas were no longer polluted. The people who we thought were our enemies, we saw them with new light. We could see almost into their souls, and they could see into our souls, and we embraced. We started to share everything that we had. We started to share everything. And we then realized that also a lot of our younger forms who we were trying to protect were actually here to help us. And we watched them grow into the most amazing beings. And they helped to guide us and to show us who they really were also. We are unsure at this time, even now, if our younger forms went into this slumber with us, because we were all just shown our individual journeys and our individual profiles of where we needed to change and what we needed to do. And when we awoke from this slumber, almost all around the same time, it was a 3-day slumber. And when we awoke, so much had changed. Our landscape, everything around us. It was amazing, and it filled us with joy. And that joy helped raise our frequency. And from that day on, we saw only beauty, only wonder. And we started to use our gifts gifts, and those gifts were many. And we started to see that we weren't alone in the universe, that there were other universes. And we started also to understand that we could assist these other universes. We saw them struggle the same way that we were struggling. This is a story I wish to share. It may resonate with you in a way. It may not. It depends on what you choose in your future. For we are your future selves, very, very far into your distant future. And we look at you as you grow, and we hold a space for you to grow. And we see what is happening on your planet. And this is a planet where, in a way, we once resided. We send you hope. Hold hope in your heart. Hold hope and love. Transmission complete. Ooh. Wow, that kind of excites me. It excites me a little bit. Before, when I went kind of into this, I was in a way wishing to connect with the Sassani race, but I thought, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this. But then I just I don't know if I've mentioned, but I also speak light language. And there was one strange light language coming out that I'd not experienced before. And this light language it sounded strange. It didn't sound, some of it sounds so beautiful. This one just it sounded like I was just mucking about. And in a way, I even gave myself a talking to, like, oh, stop being so silly. And then I heard somebody, Daniel Scranton, channel the Sassani race. And he spoke the same light language. And I was like, wow, maybe this light language is not mad at all. Anyway, I need to listen back because I can't even remember the name of the being that came through. But this fills me with hope. And I hope it helps you too. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I love reading your comments. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.